So this is a little bit of a different content, y'all, but I hope y'all will watch it. I had a stalker back in 2018, 7 years ago, when I was 18 years old, and I haven't heard a peep from her until 2 weeks ago. She's back 7 years later. Let me give you some backstory on how all this went down. So I was 18 years old and I was on Twitter, right? And I started DMing this girl, and to be honest, I was not attracted to her at all. I just wanted attention. I wanted someone to talk to. Is that right? No, but that's what it was. I'm being completely honest. I was 18, stupid, didn't really care about anyone's feelings. I just wanted someone to flirt with and potentially hang out with. But she lived in Jersey, so we couldn't hang out, right? Wrong. We talked for 1 week on Twitter. And she was like, hey, if I buy a plane ticket for me and my daughter, because she had like a 4 or 5 year old daughter at the time, she's like, if I bought a plane ticket for us to come to Dallas and got a hotel for the weekend, would you come out and see us? And I was like, yeah, not thinking she would, because she was like 21, I want to say, at the time. And I'm like, what 21-year-old has, you know, money to fly 2 plane tickets, get a hotel, all that stuff? That 21-year-old did. And so she's like, all right, cool, next week I'll be down there next weekend. I was like, oh shit, okay, like I guess we're gonna kick it. I didn't really think much of it, not a big deal, we're just gonna hang out for the weekend, right? Boy, was I wrong. So she comes into town, right? She comes and picks me up from my house and everything's cool. She seems nice. We're hanging out. And she was like, there's somewhere in Texas, I don't even remember what city it was, but she's like, it's where the Texas Chainsaw Massacre house, like all those movies were filmed. The house is here. Someone lives in it. I want to go see it. It was like 3 or 4 hours away from where I lived. And I was like, fuck it, road trip. So we drove all the way to wherever that was, literally to just look at it from the street and be like, cool. And then drove our asses like back to the hotel, back to Dallas. So we drive all the way back. We stopped, I want to say, In-N-Out Burger, got some food, and then went back to the hotel, right? Everything was chill. Everything was fine. Everything was normal. Nothing crazy. I had no really red flags. It was normal. The next day was not. So the next day comes along and she's like, hey, let's go get breakfast. I think we went to like IHOP or Denny's. Doesn't really fucking matter. We went and had breakfast, right? Everything was normal. And her daughter was like, oh, like I want to go swimming. Again, like 4 or 5. She's like, I want to go swimming, period. And we're like, okay, well, the hotel has a pool. Let's go downstairs and you can go swimming. So she had floaties, right? And she was in the pool swimming. We weren't swimming, but it was like shallow water and she was swimming in it when like we were sitting right next to the pool, or I was sitting next to the pool. She was sitting at a table. Her daughter takes the floaties off and she's like walking along the whatever it's called, like the edge of the pool, jumps in. I don't know why she did that, because it was way deeper than like her head, right? And her mom is just looking at her, flailing in the water, like, what the fuck? And I was like, what the fuck? So I'm full clothes. I'm in, like, denim jeans, phone in pocket, wallet in pocket, all the shit. I jump in the water, and I get this girl. And she's coughing up water. Like, she almost drowned. And I was like, oh my God, like, are you okay? Like, da-da-da. Tell me why this girl, the stalker, is yelling at her daughter. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Me. She was like, she knows better not to jump in. She can't swim. Why would you do that? Like, she should have learned her lesson, da-da-da. Learn her lesson? She's like 4 and she could have drowned. Like, what is fucking wrong with you? I don't know what the fuck that was about, but you know, I made sure her daughter was okay. We go upstairs, right? And she's like pissed off about something, nothing to do with me, right? So she's like, I gotta go make a phone call. And I was like, okay, cool. So she goes into the bathroom. I'm in the hotel room with her daughter, and there's like 2 like queen beds or twin bed, whatever. She's in the bathroom for 45 minutes screaming, cussing someone out at the top of her lungs, right? 45 minutes. Her daughter falls asleep, so I guess that's like normal. And so I was like, okay, like I'm gonna let her have her phone call. Like, she was talking to her ex or whatever, which I didn't care because it wasn't what it was, you know what I mean? She goes silent, right? And I was like, all right, she'll probably be out in a minute. 30 minutes of her being silent, not coming out, not texting me, nothing goes by. And I'm like, okay, that's weird. So I go and knock on the bathroom door. No answer. And I was like, hey, like, are you okay? No answer. I opened the door was unlocked. She is in the bathtub because she, trigger warning, hurt herself a whole bunch. And I was like, never had dealt with that before. Like, I don't know what to do in this situation. Like, your daughter's in the next room. I don't really know you. I was like, oh my God, okay. So I clean her up. Clean her up, bandage her up, get her up, put her in the bed. And I was like, do you need to talk? Like, do you need anything? Are you hungry? Do you want to talk about why, like, what you're going through? Like, whatever just happened? She's like, no, like, leave me the fuck alone. I just want to go to sleep. Like, I want to take a nap. And I was like, okay, are you sure? And she's like, leave me alone. And I was like, you got it, girl. So I was laying next to her in the bed, and I was on my phone because I was gonna go away to go to the Air Force soon. So my friends were like, hey, we want to do a throwing away, like throw a going away party for you at the beach, da 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 da. Sorry, I had to burp. So we're texting or whatever, and I think one of my friends, I don't even know what was said, but said something funny, and I giggled. She turns around, the stalker turns around, grabs my phone, starts losing her shit, cussing me out. I just hurt myself in the bathroom. She didn't say the word hurt, but I gotta be careful. I just did this to myself in the bathroom, and you're fucking laughing, and you're on your phone. You don't care. You're talking to your friends. You're trying to have a fucking party. Cussing me out, wakes her daughter up, screaming, and I was just like, you said you didn't want anything, like, I asked you like 50 things, like what I could do for you, you didn't want nothing. And she's like, you're a piece of shit, you don't love me. And I was like, hell yeah, I don't love you, I don't know you. I was like, okay, this is crazy, this is weird, I'm uncomfortable, I'm gonna go. And she's like, where the fuck do you think you're going? Blocks the door. Mind you, this girl is small, like she is like way skinnier than I am, and she's probably like, I don't know, this tall to me, right? And I was like, please, like, let me out. And she's like, no, fuck you, you're not leaving. And I was like, I started yelling too. I was like, let me the fuck out. Like, you're crazy, I want to leave. She's like, what, you want to hit me? She starts bucking at me. And I was like, no, I don't want to hit you. I want to leave. And so at some point, the door got open. And y'all know in hotels where it's like the deadbolt. So the door's cracked open, right? And a lady comes up, I guess the hotel manager or whatever. She's like, hi, there's been a noise complaint. And she's trying to like talk over the stalker screaming. And I was like, she won't let me out. Please get security, get police, get anyone. I'm trying to leave. She won't let me leave. Please help me. She finally opens the door and she's like, fine, go, bye. And she still has my phone. And I was like, well, I'm not leaving until you give me my phone back, crazy pants. And she starts throwing all my shit. I forgot about this. My clothes, my like bag, she's throwing it all out. And I was like, that's fine, give me my phone. We go back and forth. She's like, I'm not giving you your phone. I'm like, you're gonna give me my shit or I'm gonna have the police come up here and get it from you. If you break my phone, you're gonna buy me a new one. Like, we're gonna have a really big issue. Takes my phone, slams it on the floor. It did not break. Like, thank God, because that would have sucked. And I was like, bye, crazy pants. And she was blocked before I hit the lobby. Mind you, I didn't have a car at this time. And my friend called me an Uber. And during all of this, the Uber left because they're like, you're taking too long. But I literally couldn't leave the hotel room. So my friend calls me another Uber and I get downstairs. And as I'm walking outside of the hotel, police officers are coming in. I was like, hey, she's in room, whatever room number it was. She hurt herself. Her daughter's there. She's going insane. Please, like, go figure that out. And they're like, yeah, probably not best that you go back in there. I was like, she's never gonna see me again. Y'all don't have to worry about that. She's blocked. I'm out. So that was bad shit. And after I left, she started texting me on a whole bunch of like new numbers. I guess that was like a text app or phone app or whatever. And I kept blocking them. She was texting me on new numbers, calling me on new numbers, making new Instagrams and Twitters and messaging me through those. Like, please come back. I love you. I miss you. And I was like, what do you mean you love me? You don't know me. You're a fucking stranger. This is batshit insane. Leave me alone. So I just kept blocking them, right? And she went on Facebook, found out my mother's name, DMs my mother, asking my mother for my address so she could write me letters. I said, fuck no, you better not give her that shit. She starts messaging my friends on Facebook, asking them for my address so she could write me letters, and my email, all this crazy ass shit. And all my friends are like, we're not doing that, babe. And she finally left me alone. But every like month, for it was like 2 years, I want to say, every month for 2 or 3 years, she would randomly message me on a new account and be like, hey, I just want to apologize for everything, like, I miss you. And I'm like, you're still batshit, you're not getting it. You don't miss me because you don't know me. All we did was have a conversation via Twitter for a week, you nutty girl. So I just kept blocking them and I did not reply. And I thought that was the end of it. I had not heard from her or thought about her in years, right? Forgot it even happened, blocked it out. And then like maybe like 9 months ago, she followed me on TikTok and I blocked her. Like, she didn't say anything, she just followed me. And I was like, yeah, fuck no, we're not gonna deal with that. Speed up to 2 weeks ago, there was a TikTok trend where it was like, I'm so hungry, I could eat Barack Obama, or like, I'm so hungry, I could eat, like, telling my mom I could eat her high school ex-boyfriend. Just random people, right? And I was talking to my fiance and I was like, we should do one and act like I cheated. And you say like, I'm so hungry that you ate the person that I was cheating on you with, because I haven't seen anyone do it. Actually, a lot of people did it and I didn't know that. But I was like, I think that would be funny if we did a skit. And so we did, and we took like 2 hours to do this skit. Like, I was yelling, pretending I was caught, all this stupid shit. She threw cups of water in my face. I got 3 cups of water in my face because we could not get the aim down. It was really funny. This girl pops up. She is back 7 years later. She is now commenting on my fiance's TikTok post. I'm gonna leave it right here. She's like, She makes me sick. I went to Texas for her. She's a bad person, blah, blah. I make you sick? Girl, you scare the shit out of me. You terrify me because, again, I only talked to you via Twitter and I met you in person and actually spent time with you for a day and a half, and it's been 7 years and you are still stalking me, watching my shit, watching my fiance's shit. Like, what is wrong with you? I make you sick? You have me scared for my life, and I am so lucky that I live in a completely different state because I fear that you would be outside of my windows if I did not. Why has it been 7 years and you are still not only thinking about me, but you are commenting and following on my fiance's page, on my page? Like, something is not right with you. So I commented back and y'all saw that, and as soon as I commented back, she blocked me. I'm like, you are nuts. Someone put this girl in a home or put her under psychological evaluation, because why are you still concerned with me 7 years later? We didn't date. Honestly, even if we did date, why are you still concerned with me 7 years later? All I did was talk to you for a week. God forbid. I feel bad for anyone that she has actually dated, because she's probably stalking them for the next 20 years to come. Like, Jesus Christ.